Dearest love, she had a good job, but resigned when she was just 40 years to be a housewife because she said the husband made enough to take care of them both. He lived within his means, worked hard, and hated anything that would push him beyond his means. He never borrowed, never lived an extravagant life, just modest. By 40, he had built their house and put some savings down to take care of the children's fees in the university. When he was 55, his body was weak and he had to take an early retirement. His wife was angry as to why he had decided to do that. He had explained his health situation and said he had enough savings, and where the children were, they would be able to manage. But the wife was furious. It was when all was done and he started to receive his pension that he knew why the wife had been angry. She had done a lot of borrowing without his notice. She had emptied their joint account without his noticing it, and she had used their house as collateral to take a huge loan in the guise of starting a business, and that was why she had traveled abroad the last 2 times. Both times, she had said a friend had taken her, but she had actually gone to try and get some business going, and she had ended up buying luxurious things for herself and their son, who had become just like her, with no modest bone in him. The rest of the money had been used to start a huge mansion in her hometown. He had worked hard throughout his life, had no need to be poor till his death, with what he believed he had done and saved, but within a short time, he lost everything as the wife's spending and decisions brought the creditors to their door, and their house was seized and auctioned along with the big house she had started but never completed. He was to come home and rest comfortably for his last years, but the worries were too much as after all the life he had lived, he, in his old age, now had to be renting a house and be suffering at the hands of landlords. By age 58, he died, and everyone knew what had killed him. A foolish son is the destruction of his father, and the bitter arguments of a wife are like drops of rain falling without end. House and wealth are a heritage from fathers, but a wife with good sense is from the Lord. Proverbs chapter 19, verse 13 and 14. How hard it is to find a capable wife. She is worth far more than jewels. Her husband puts his confidence in her, and he will never be poor. As long as she lives, she does him good and never harm. Proverbs 31, 10 to 12. How sweet the scriptures are, a lamp to the feet of the wise, but a stumbling block that trips into everlasting doom for the fool that acts blind to what is written. Stay blessed, trust and obey, for there is no other way. K.